Hello and welcome to the July update from the Tau team. You're here with me, Fola. And without further ado, let's get into your Q&A questions for the month. And the first question is from Bitsy Block. And they ask, 1. In Tau, the code/behavior of the system will be defined/modified by its users. Are there scenarios by which users/entities can use this specific feature to attack the system/project by insertion of multiple bad actors in congruence with each other, especially when the system is still in its infancy with fewer supporters? Are there good ways of mitigating such risks?
So indeed, our main effort is to come up with a setting that can handle such a case. And this is all about the law of changing the law. So you want to say that any new version of the program will have to meet certain specification. As sometimes I put it in the example of the laws of robotics. There is the 3 laws of robotics by Asimov. You want to have a 4th law that says that any software update of the robot will also have to admit the laws of robotics. And that's something that, surprisingly or not, current logic and computer science don't know how to support. And many will even tell you that it is impossible, but it is our main effort and success. We already did it to support such statement.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Ahad. And the next question by Bitsy Block is, as quantum computing evolves and becomes more readily available to common use, something that should happen to be expected to occur, will it be possible/advisable to create or modify the system to be quantum resistant, which is an important future feature for all serious projects?
I don't know how advisable it will be, but it will be possible. We will support changing the hash and signature and other cryptographic algorithms in the system.
All right. Thank you very much, Ahad. Very much appreciated. And the next question is from Sir Andrew. They've got 2. So the first question is, do participants need to pay for Agoras to participate in the alpha stage scaling discussion, or in beta stage turning discussion into code and running the code?
No, on Tau, we will not need to pay for scaling discussions or for creating software, unless, of course, the users decide otherwise. But we are not going to put this into the system.
And in question 2, they ask, in what stage of Tau can we expect to see laws of changing the laws?
Well, it's hard to say, but this is for a good reason, because the more time passes, the more closer it looks, because we always make very nice advantages on this front. So, in fact, I already started working on this. I hope as soon as possible.
Thank you very much, Ahad. And the next question is from Jim, and they ask, multiple blockchain projects seem to have a need for a verifiable random number generator, with the most popular being from Chainlink. Can Tau Chain help in this regard?
I don't see how something specific to Tau can bring something new to this world. Maybe yes, I just don't see. Nevertheless, Tau, of course, can use the existing methods for a verified random number generator.
Thank you very much, Ahad. And the next question is from Baruch, and they say, in the papers I've read about Tau, it said approximately that machines cannot understand human speech. I've been working with some large language models that do a very, very good job of understanding what I write. Models such as GPT-3 and GPT-J, to name just a couple, are great at this. Granted that it takes some practice, what is called prompt engineering, to get the words down so that these models can produce what is required. Why then the need yet for another language, TML? Couldn't we just produce a well-tested set of prompts for people to use?
For one thing, there are things that we know that no GPT or any other machine learning algorithm can do, which is, for example, finding contradictions. You cannot, it's mathematically impossible to detect contradictions using machine learning methods. A set of prompts for people to use. How are you going to have a discussion? Imagine Twitter would only let you choose from very certain sentences to what to say. How can it be taken seriously? How can you have normal communication or discussion using predefined sets of sentences? So we want to do something that actually works, and actually usable. We don't want something that is just academically or partially working. You want to bring real usefulness.
Thank you very much, Ahad. This next question is again from Baruch, and they ask, if I understand correctly, the blockchain system you are discussing resides on all of the user's computers. How do you deal with latency in synchronizing all of these computers? Seems like it would slow down to something unusable. I hope that you can make this happen.
The design doesn't really rely on everyone computing things. It assumes that each node computes everything, or at least the things that it needs to compute. But as a, call it bonus, existing computations can be shared in a trusted way. So even if in case there is nothing to share, it doesn't break the design of the system. When there is something to share, then it works more efficiently.
All right, thank you very much, Ahad. And the next question is from 70, and they ask, what is the probability for this project to be successful in terms of mass adoption, and why?
Logical AI is a field in computer science and other fields that is a sleeping giant. Just imagine how the world would look like if computers could understand us. It affects all aspects of life, and it can be done if we speak in languages that computers can understand, and that's what the whole field of logical AI is all about. However, the current field of logical AI, they have some use cases, but they never brought it to the wide audience, which is exactly what we are doing. We are about bringing the logical AI technology to virtually all aspects of life. And I have absolutely no doubt that it will be integral part of our life, just like the internet.
Absolutely agreed, and thank you very much, Ahad. And last question is from Robert, and they ask, what is the largest scientific breakthrough of Tau to date? How does it affect the development of software?
The largest scientific breakthrough is the logical language, which we call the Tau language, which is not EML. And it is about a language that can speak about its own sentences, and it can also speak about time ordering of sentences in time. And that's the point where it comes to software development. Software specification languages are basically what is called temporal logics. It says what happens after what. And indeed, we have a software specification language that is able to speak about its own sentences, and by that support the law of changing the law. And that's our biggest scientific breakthrough.
Thank you very much, Ahad. Thank you very much to the community for sending through your questions. Please continue to send them through, and the best questions will receive Tau merch. Lots of Tau merch to give away, so please continue to send those in.